Ladies and gentlemen, history buffs, and anyone who enjoys a healthy dose of envy, welcome. As I stand here today, gazing upon the shores of Lake Superior in lovely Duluth, Minnesota, and behind me, the Glensheen Mansion in all its glory, I can't help but ponder the great mysteries of life. Questions like, what is the meaning of existence? Why are we here? And most importantly, why am I so poor compared to the people who built this thing? Let's set the stage. It's 1908. Chester Congden, the industrial tycoon with more money than sense, decides he needs a little summer getaway. And by little, I mean a 39-room mansion with 15 acres of prime lakeshore property. Apparently, Chester wanted to wake up every morning, look out at Lake Superior and think, mine's bigger. The house was so over the top that even the kitchen had mahogany counters. Because when you're that rich, you don't just make sandwiches, you make them on countertops worth more than your cook's annual salary. Now, Glensheen wasn't just a home, it was a lifestyle. The Congdens had a butler, a gardener, and a team of maids, basically a human Swiss army knife of servants. Meanwhile, the average Duluth worker at the time was probably splitting a single loaf of bread between their family and the rats in their tenement. It was like an episode of Downtown Abbey, except the upstairs people owned the iron mines, and the downstairs people were lucky to afford a lump of coal. Let's not forget the ridiculous wealth gap. While Chester and Clara were sipping tea on their grand terrace, the laborers who made their fortune possible were toiling in mines so deep you'd hit China before finding fresh air. For the Congdens, a hard day's work meant deciding whether to have caviar or lobster for dinner. For everyone else, it was deciding whether to eat or pay rent. And don't even get me started on the guest bedrooms. These weren't just rooms, they were palatial suites, designed to make visitors feel both incredibly welcome and slightly inadequate about their own homes. If you stayed at Glensheen and went back to your three-room clapboard house, you probably started rethinking your life choices. But let's give credit where it's due. The Congdens knew how to live large. Glensheen is a masterpiece of craftsmanship, filled with custom-made furniture, hand-carved woodwork, and enough Tiffany lamps to bankrupt the modern hipster market. And hey, if you're going to be absurdly rich in the Gilded Age, you might as well go all in. In conclusion, Glensheen Mansion is more than just a house. It's a monument to an era when the rich got richer, the poor got poorer, and someone thought, you know what this living room needs? A fireplace big enough to roast an elk. All kidding aside, the Glensheen Mansion is an amazing place to visit. Could it usher in some jealousy? Maybe. Or can be inspiring your next DIY home project or even your next home. Thank you for visiting the I Love Minnesota YouTube channel and today's talk about the Glensheen Mansion. Please subscribe and like this video, and please don't forget to tip your Glensheen Mansion tour guide. They're probably not making Congden kind of money, so it's greatly appreciated.